Welcome to lab 4 of day 1. Now in this lab, we'll try to understand how to do error handling or exception handling. In your previous lab, that is lab 3, we had got an exception of numeric data type, right? Where we were trying to put a string inside numeric data type and it threw up exception. So what we'll do is, in this lab, we will try to understand that how we can handle that exception. So just to make you remember, if you remember the example, so we did a control F5 here, and in the age, when we put non-numeric data like characters, it throws up exception, right? And this exception goes unhandled and it is displaying some horrible message here which is not user friendly. So in this lab we'll try to understand that how can we handle this exception gracefully and display a more reasonable error. In order to do exception handling, we need to use two things: try and catch. Now we know that the error comes on this line, when the data which comes from the keyboard, and if it's a non-numeric data and it is trying to push inside this integer variable, the program crashes, right? So what we can do is we can say here that I am expecting some kind of exception to happen on this line. So can you please go and just ensure that you monitor this line, and second, in case you get an exception, can you just throw that exception into this catch. So this try block, what it states is that any kind of exception which happens in this scope. When I say scope, I mean to say this curly brackets here, right? So any kind of exception which happens inside this curly brackets, I'm going to monitor them, and whatever exception happens, I'm going to go and throw that exception into this catch block here. Now in this catch block, what I can do is I can put some user friendly message here saying console.writeLine age should be numeric. Now if I run the program, what will happen is it will not show me those technical errors, or rather it will not show me errors which come from the .NET runtime, but now it will show me some customized error which is more user friendly and my end user can understand what the error is. So now if I do a control F5 here, there are some errors there. Age does not exist. Okay, this is a nice error here. Let me explain what the error is. Now if you see, when I build the program, right, when I actually did a build, there is an error here saying that the name age does not exist. Okay, now you can see that I've already declared the age variable here, but still it is saying me that the age does not exist. Now what happens is, the scope of this variable is only this curly brackets. Outside this curly brackets, this variable does not exist. So what we will do is we will declare this variable outside the curly brackets here, right? And now let me go and compile this. So if you're declaring any variable inside the try scope, then the scope of the variable is only within that scope or within the try block. Now let me go and build this. So all fine. Now let me do a control F5. So now let me go and put my name here, Shiv. And now if I put some non-numeric data here, you can see that basically it now displays me a proper user-friendly message saying age should be numeric. Now there's a problem here. The problem is that there is an error and it's still executing the hello statement, right? So what you can do is you can take this complete statement here and put this whole statement into the catch block, so that these statements execute only if there are no errors in your program. Okay, so I'm going to just go and put this whole thing here, and now if I do a control F5 here, now if I put my name here and I put a non-numeric data here, you can see that now it shows me that age should be numeric and the program just exits. So in other words, in order to do error handling or exception handling gracefully, what you need to do is that you need to use a try block and wrap those statements where you are expecting error or which statements you want to monitor, and then you put the catch block where you basically write the code the way you want this error to be handled or this exception to be handled. So I hope that you enjoyed this session. In this session we were trying to understand that how to use the try catch block to do error handling or exception handling in .NET. Now whatever video you have seen, right, is just a glimpse of what we have done. So in case you are interested in our video package, you can go to our site, that is www.questpon.com. You can call on this number and you can ask the complete DVD package what we have. So in this DVD package what we have done is basically we have covered almost everything what a .NET developer wants. So right from basics of ASP.NET, object programming, SQL Server, to new technologies like WCF, Silverlight, Link, Azure, Entity Framework. We also have UML, architecture, estimation, project management. There is a complete invoicing project end-to-end which is covered, so that you can get a better feel of how to actually create projects in a systematic manner. We have covered server products, both for SharePoint 2007 as well as for 2010. We have a lot of best practices video on SQL Server, etc. So this complete package, you can get from www.questpon.com if you're interested, and you can call on this number and you can ask for the rates. It's a very decent rate what we have. In the same way, as compared to the videos, we also have one more product with us, that is our interview question books. So we have different kinds of interview question books, right from .NET interview questions to SQL Server interview questions, SharePoint interview questions, BizTalk interview questions, etc. So in case you are interested in the books part, you can call on these numbers as per your location. So you can see these numbers on the board at this moment. So I hope that you keep enjoying the videos, you keep seeing our site, and I hope that you gain more knowledge. Thank you very much.